Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing my 10... Why are my hands so thin? 10 top tips on how to survive alone with Chloe. So I have a book where I have written all my notes for this video. I'm going to move here so we can have some words on screen saying what I'm saying. You guys need to excuse the mess in my room, by the way. You know what I'm like, I am so organized, but today I am washing everything, and I mean everything. Tip number 1, don't be lazy. This basically means that you need to be proactive and enthusiastic about living alone, because if you don't do that, you're not gonna get stuff done. For example, when I first started living alone, I was so excited. I moved to a different country from my family. I'm living alone for the first time in a city that I haven't been to in years. It's great. And I was really positive about the whole thing. And by being positive about the whole thing, I made sure that everything was clean and organized and tidy, and because everything was clean, organized and tidy, I was happy. Then a few months went down the road and now I'm not as productive, but that's not the point. As long as you start off being unlazy, as long as you start off being not lazy, then you're fine. Tip number 2, go out and don't hide. This is such a weird one for me to say because I literally was in my apartment 24/7 when I was first here. The only reason I would go out was to go to Tesco's or to go to college. This basically means even just going for a walk, you can meet people, especially if you're moving to a city, because Jesus Christ, everyone talks to you. It gets annoying after a while, I'm not gonna lie, but you'll make friends. The first people I made proper friends with that I actually liked while living here is the people that I met in my washing room in my apartment building. So if you live in a student accommodation like I do, then for sure make sure you go at peak times to this washing room. It's how you meet people, I'm not even joking. Tip number 3, decorate your room. So this basically means decorate your room. It's pretty simple. I was quite lucky when I first moved here because my grandparents were over in Spain and they filled their suitcases up with loads of my stuff in addition to my suitcase. So I was actually able to bring loads of stuff from my house, meaning I brought like my computer as well as my laptop, for example. I brought all of my YouTube equipment, including my green screen somehow. Because I brought them with me, I felt more at home in my home. No, I don't call this place home. That sounds so bad to say, but I call this place my apartment still. It's never truly felt like a home, but it made it feel more homey with my home stuff, if that makes any sense. But to conclude, just take homey things with you so you can decorate the way that you would like it to be. Tip number 5, food shopping. This is a weird title for this, but there we go. I wrote this like a month ago, so just deal with it. This basically means you need to remember that you are food shopping for yourself, and that's it. It literally took me so long to realize how much food that I have to eat compared to at home where there's 6 of us when I'm there anyway, and we eat so much more obviously compared to what I eat now. So when it came to my food shop, I was spending about £50 a week when compared to now where I spend 25. And also this could be like a subcategory when it comes to cooking, especially with pasta and spaghetti. I think the whole world can relate to me with this. You don't know how much to cook. You can never get the right amount of bloody spaghetti in the pan. You never get it right. It's kind of annoying. So make sure you shop for one person and you feed for one person, or you cook for one person anyway. Tip number 5, budgeting. This is one that I cannot say anything about, but I'm going to because I should advise people to do the things that I didn't do. Make sure you live on a budget and you're strict with your budget. As long as you stick to a budget, you will survive. I didn't stick to a budget. I've never stuck to a budget. I suck at budgeting. I am so bad. For example, I got a manicure today. It cost me £30. I've got £20 to last me the rest of the week. In fact, I've got £19 to last me the rest of the week. It's Tuesday, guys, and I think I'm uploading this on a Tuesday. I'm very organised with my YouTube videos. Tip number 6, sort out your doctor. Meaning, when I first moved here, I got... What was wrong with me? Oh no, I had to get a certain thing from the doctor and I had to get a prescription to get it. Let's just say that. You don't need to know what I got. When I first moved here, I had no idea how to like go to a doctor. I didn't know how it worked. So I advise other people before they move to their apartment or whatever area they're moving to, Google a doctor surgery, either private or public, so you can organise your thing. I advise public. NHS are actually good, just go to them. Like, you'll wait a while, but with private, I paid £111 for a consultation for these pills that turned out I could just get without a prescription. So, that was fun. Tip number 7, prepare. This is more of a thing. It's so itchy. This is more of a advisory thing for females. By prepare, I mean buy a pepper spray or buy a rape alarm, because I bought both. When I first moved here, I was really paranoid. I've even got it in this book. I'm not going to show you actually, but I'll show you the book because it's a really cute book. I literally wrote my phone numbers of all my family members, my closest friends, and all the emergency services in the local area. I did this so if I lost my phone because I got mugged or I just genuinely lost it because I'm a retard like that sometimes, then I would be able to come back to my apartment, hopefully with still having my keys that is, and going through my book and finding someone on the street or whoever to use their phone to call my family members to then let them know that I have been mugged. These are just like little things that made me feel a lot safer when I first moved here, so I really strongly advise people to buy a rape alarm or buy like a pepper spray. That awkward moment you realise that you only planned 8 tips. Tip number 9, don't party too much. People are gonna be like, Chloe, what are you saying? Like, when you move, all you do is you go out and you party and flap your arms around. But no, well, I can't say anything. When I first made my friends that I like wanted to hang out with because they're my friends, I was going out pretty much like 3 times a week when I had college, which was not the best idea because I got all my work and everything done, don't get me wrong, I've been getting like distinctions. But the point is, I would be tired in class sometimes, or I would have a hangover and it was so I advise people to organise their week to a point where they have time to do their studies as well as party. This was the boringest tip. Your parents will tell you this anyway, but I'm reminding you, so there you go. And finally, tip number 10. We're gonna get back in the middle for this one. And this one, my friends, is travel. So let's give an example to help me emphasize this statement, or point even. So I moved from Spain to England, and I'm clearly English in case you can't tell. And if you didn't know that, there you go, fun fact of the day for ya. And I moved away from here a very long time ago, so I haven't lived here for a very long time, funnily enough. And also not alone before. So when I first moved here, I was obviously like a bit nervous, so it took me a good month or 2 to become comfortable in like my area. But now obviously I'm fine with it. I've gone out pretty much every day unless I'm having like a lazy weekend or something, and I've made friends with like a lot of people. I mean, I had friends with the security guard in Tesco's, for example. So the point of this, let's just emphasize not talking about my Tesco's friend. When I say travel, I mean get out of the city you're in. So for example, I live in I'm not telling you. So for example, if you live in London, go and visit other places like Leeds or Manchester, for example, or even like some weird suburb place that we've never even heard of before. Get on a train and go for a weekend or go for a day. I've been to London for a day quite a few times now, and it's awesome. I highly recommend it. Such a tourist. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. This was my 10 top tips. I hope it was 10. And for living alone. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.